But yeah, it was really nice. Actually, I enjoyed the sermon because it was very relevant in where I work. Anyway, it's very relevant.
Oh, I missed Sunday. The one time I missed it.
And the lady standing next to me,
Mm-hmm.
that's my mother. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think I said, because I didn't tell her she was coming up with me, but she had this, I said, just come up with me to present the certificate. And she's like, no, you're the voice. I'm like, no, you know as much about this as I do. It's just, yeah, so, okay, everybody got a trifold and the rules. Good afternoon. My name is Joanne Cortland, and I am the Director of Operations Stand Down Central Texas. Do I need to move?
No, you're fine.
You're fine. All right.
I'll make adjustments as I need to.
Okay. Little bit of background. I am a U.S. Army veteran. I used to fly helicopters for the Army. My father served 28 years. My brother served 21. I served 7, and my husband is still serving after 33 years. I cannot get him to retire, but I'm hoping at some point he will. So service is in my DNA. I was raised to serve our country, to serve our community. And I attended my first stand-down, homeless veteran stand-down in Alabama in 2009. And my mom and I spent the day serving over 100 homeless veterans, 3 meals that day. And being around other veterans, the camaraderie, the stories, and just the interaction really made me think about when we got back home. This is my home. I went to high school in Coppers Cove. I went to Tarleton State University in college. I joined the military in Texas. So when we got back home, we wanted to do something in that lane. And we held our first stand down in October of 2014 under the umbrella of Disabled American Veterans. We had a budget of $800, but we made it work, and we had an event, and we helped 6 veterans that day. But we noticed being under that umbrella, we didn't get the kind of support because it was a national organization. So in January 2015, in about 500 square feet in my garage, OSDCT was born. And we have been doing stand-downs twice a year ever since, in April and in October. So in the trifold, you'll see in the middle of the trifold, you'll see pictures. Those are actually from our last stand-down in October. So we adjusted some of the pictures because I want to keep them up, make sure that we keep them updated and relevant. And so we bring them into a central location, provide them 2 hot meals, a hot shower, haircuts, medical, dental. This time we got an optometrist, optical screenings. The Texas Veterans Commission there, we have the homeless outreach coordinator from the VA, Clean Housing Authority, Friends in Crisis, the Clean Free Clinic. Over 24 other agencies are there to provide different type of services. Bell County will be there to do HIV and STD testing as well as adult immunizations. So it's all packed into one event. When we have these big events, because we are now partnering with the Central Texas Homeless Coalition as well as Bell County and the City of Killeen, we're doing their community triage for the homeless wrapped into the same event. So all homeless are going to be served. And the one we had in October, we had, our planning number was 200 and we had 251 show up. So we're going with 300 this time, just to be on the safe side, because again, the numbers keep going up with the point in time survey. So the other form that you guys have for those who are going to be volunteering that day, on the front side is the rules, on the back side is the list of vendors. So let's take a look at the rules first. For those who have never been to a stand, we're actually taking over the entire community center. Clean Community Center off of W.S. Young. It is a very large facility, and it will get kind of crazy because there's going to be a lot of people there because we bring a lot of volunteers plus all the participants plus all the vendors. It's going to be very hectic. So the rules are basic. Everyone will be treated with dignity and respect. If there is an issue, find one of the staff. We'll have shirts on, find one of us to try and, if there's an escalation of an incident, we do have law enforcement in the building, just in case. We have not had any issues other than a woman going into labor at one of our stand-downs. So we really haven't had that many issues as far as that we would need security. But again, that's treating other volunteers, that's treating vendors, that's everyone in the room. It needs to be treated with dignity and respect. If you're having a problem, again, find me, find Patrick Browning, who will be a floater. Kiki Greenwood is our volunteer coordinator. She will also be a floater. She'll be wearing a blue shirt like this one with her name on it. Make sure that we keep it positive. It's supposed to be a positive experience. We're treating everybody like a rock star that day. Everybody deserves to be treated as a human being, no matter what their circumstances. So that's kind of the focus that we have. If you are going to be an escort, the next several rules are going to be part of that, as far as how many items people can get at the different stations that we run. We provide racks of clothing, racks of shoes, goodie bags and personal items that they will be able to take with them. And so that kind of gives you an idea of what everybody is. They'll get a laundry bag, and then they can pick 2 outfits, they can get 1 pair of shoes, and so forth and so on. We will be setting up the day before, that Friday before, between 1 and 5, which is the 26th. If anybody is interested to come before the event, if you're feeling I want to kind of see what's going on, please feel free to come out and take a look at how we have everything set up. Because it is a massive operation. We bring 2 26-foot trucks of stuff with us when we do these events. And then, again, no drinking or drug use on the premises. That's for everybody, including the participants. If we feel somebody is incapacitated, we will get law enforcement involved and get them, obviously, if they're causing an issue, get them out of the building and get them the help they need. Thanks. Okay. The participants will take precedence over any of the volunteers. That includes myself. So no free services for volunteers. When we first started doing this, we had a bunch of volunteers getting haircuts, going and getting a massage, talking to the VA, and that's not what we're here to do. We're here to serve those people that come in. Now, if you want to get a card or get some information from one of the vendors, please feel free, just, grab it and go, but we're there for the people that we're serving, is basically how I look at it. All volunteers, obviously everybody in the room is 15 or older, but friends and family shouldn't be coming to visit you and hanging out and taking pictures and doing things like that. We're here to provide service. And you'll hear that message a lot, because I believe in serving our community. Also, we will try not to shut down the event. Sometimes we have vendors that shut down early. I always try to shut down the event when we're done, when everyone is out of the building, when all of our participants are out of the building. We are providing transportation. We have 3 big vans that will be going to designated pickup points within Killeen and Coppers Cove to bring participants to and from the event. So we'll be announcing it. It's like every hour on the hour. Hey, if anybody's ready to leave, there's a van waiting outside. So you will see a lot of transition. Everybody will be assigned an escort. No one is wandering around without an escort. Once the participants are done, there is a wristband that will be provided that they will put on if they want to sit down and eat or wait for a haircut or whatever. Once they're complete, they're going to have, and it's bright yellow. You can see it. I've got some bright yellow ones this time. You can see it from across the room. So we know that they shouldn't be going and trying to get more clothing or another gift bag or anything else. We're trying to keep the ins and outs down to a minimum, because there are so many people that come in and out. When we were at the community center in October, they had early voting during the same time. And so they were sequestered up front, but we ended up having random people wandering around the event, and I caught somebody getting breakfast and coffee who was an early voter. So we really want to try and keep, the ins and outs to a minimum. And okay, then on the back side, you're going to have all of the vendors that we currently, the 2 in green, we're still waiting on verification of final confirmation. But it gives you the vendor name, and it kind of gives you what they provide. So you can see that we have a good variety of services, and people are going to be able to get some good services while they are at the stand-up. So there is a mixture of non-veteran and veteran-specific, to include Congressman Carter's field representative. He's going to be there to talk to veterans because they have a specific veteran outreach kind of thing that they're trying to get the word out about. So. So does that make sense? And do we have any questions, comments, concerns? We're here to have fun. We're here to help people. We do have a donation and volunteer center that is located in Coppers Cove. For those who are familiar, we're in the Cove Terrace Shopping Center, a couple of doors down from the county tax office before you get to Sherwin-Williams. It's Suite 338. We're open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings from 9 until noon, and this month only every Thursday from 7, and I don't know if you knew that or not, from 7 until 9. Yeah. So, because we know that some people can't get there during the times that we're open if they work, and so we're trying a pilot test to see if we can do one evening a month so people can get there if they need to get, if they want to drop off, if they want to volunteer, if they need support. So we will be handing out volunteer shirts that everybody will wear during, because they're very distinct, so I can pick out volunteers as opposed to everybody else. So if we want to start having everybody say sizes or whatever, we can start handing those out. But you sure nobody has any questions about what to expect, about what's going on?
Occupation time, what time do you want them there? 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay. So, and you will get a chance to see some of the vendors in the morning. I want to pass this around real quick. You can take 2 lines to put your name in there because the name line's kind of narrow, but I do want some contact information from you because we might want to send something out to you after the event.
Print clearly, please,
Yes,
because
sir.
if I have to try and decipher Sanskrit, it's very hard.
But you'll have it, like I said, in the morning before the event starts, you'll have an opportunity to talk to some of the vendors if you want to. You'll see me running around there quite a bit, and you know, if you have any issues or problems, I'll be more, I don't want to say unhinged because that sounds odd, but I'll be unhinged running around the event. Joanne will be occupied most of the time. If there's something that I can't handle, then we'll get you to the right people before we have to interrupt her. Yes, sir.
Can we just re-verify time, place, and date? Just 8 o'clock, Killeen Community Center, 27th.
27.
And the 26th, the setup
The
was
setup was 1 till 5,
1 to 5.
1300 to 1700.
Thank you, ma'am.
Just so, because we bring there is so much that needs to be set up, you have to do it on a separate day. I really don't want to be there at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
27th, so we always set up the day before.
Cool beans.
So, I mean, there's going to be separate rooms. The shower facilities will also be available. We'll have a whole eating area across from where the gym area is at, and then all the gym area will have all the clothing, have all the vendors and other, and then there's rooms within the gym that will have other stations in it. So, and they'll all be marked, and it's going to be, it'll be clear once you see it. It's kind of hard to explain, but you will be, the mood in the room is, to me, is what, I can talk about it all day long, but until you're in the room, and see somebody get a fresh shower, a nice meal, and a haircut, and see the mood change, and they're walking out of there just, you know, like they've just had a great day. That's something to behold.
And again, my name's Patrick. I put my email address. I'm a student here as well. I intern at the Office of Student Success over there in Warrior Hall. But that's my email address. If y'all have questions, if something's bothering you that you need an answer to, email me. Just let me know you're from this class so I know who I'm talking to. And I'll answer any questions. I stay on my email all the time. So feel free to contact me before then if there is a question that you need to field.
So again, link up is, you said 8 a.m. at where?
Killeen Community
That's
Center.
at Killeen Community Center.
It is on the corner of Veterans Memorial and W.S. Young,
So-
across from the Texas Thrift Store.
So this group specifically, we're not gonna be shuttled in to that location, because I know you spoke of that earlier. and
No, the
volunteers-
participants will be shuttled in.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep, no, there's a big parking lot, so